Every year, it seems like a lot of people want to prioritize their health or something related, and that tends to be the case with me. However, in 2022, I had a pretty rough go of it, especially physically, and so I knew I wanted to actually act on prioritizing my health and taking care of myself, and not just say that I want to do something about my physical fitness. And this digital wellness journal helps hold me accountable. It's an interactive PDF file that you can import into your preferred compatible note-taking app of choice. It has space for outlining my wellness journey and progress. And unlike so many other fitness planners I've seen, this journal focuses on full body wellness and fitness rather than just boiling the entire thing down to bodily measurements, which is already not a great way to define how healthy someone is or feels. This journal is broken down into 30 weeks and is undated, so I can reuse it year after year and use multiple copies of it throughout the year. This journey offers a wellness map to start, which is great for scribbling down my thoughts and my goals about my renewed health journey. It can also just serve as a nice place to vent and leave what I need on the page. The next tab is the Goals tab, which is pretty straightforward as it leaves space for me to write clear, definitive goals that I have for my overall wellness. The Progress tab offers your traditional before and after type of spread, but rather than prioritizing measurements, it has more space for how I feel, which matters the most to me. Not only do I want to be healthier, but I want to feel healthier and stronger too, and I find measurements and feeling hardly correlate for me. There is a space to write other metrics, of course, and room for pictures if I want to add them, but it is also a space that I can use to write or draw out my before and after status as well. The next tab is Health, which offers space for upcoming appointments, as well as supplements and medications. Journey is where the bulk of my wellness journal is. It offers an expansive spread where I can color code or document important habits or streaks or other things that I like to track visually in the daily boxes. But I can also click into the weekly boxes to document my week further as it relates to my health and wellness. It has a goals section and my plans for movement where I can write out my exercises or workouts for the week, a meal planning section, as well as habits and gratitude. At the top of the weekly spread is a place for recording metrics if I choose, documenting my progress, and then a section for reviewing the week. Back on my journey spread, I can click into the daily boxes to be brought to an undated daily page. Here, I can write today's date and how I'm nourishing my body for the day, my planned movement or exercises, my mood, any symptoms I might be having, my activity rings for my Apple Watch, habits, sleep time and quality, and gratitude. There are two versions of the wellness journal, one that offers the cycle tracking section and one that does not. I do not use hormonal birth control, so I rely on a number of different symptoms and metrics of my body every day to inform me whether I'm ovulating, expecting a period, and so on. And women who use natural forms of birth control or family planning do it a bit differently and track it a bit differently. For me, I take my temperature every morning. I used to do this manually, but now I do this with Oura Ring, which is a wearable piece of tech like Apple Watch. And then I like marking down my temperature, where I am in my cycle, and so on using the cycle sync section of the journal. The great thing about my Oura Ring and the apps that I use to track my cycle is that the entire thing is more or less automated for me, but I do like manually writing down these stats along with all these other important factors of my day because it is a great reference for seeing how I change from day to day or if anything new that I do or old habits causing issues or flare-ups. Otherwise, I will have no real way of knowing whether trying a new medication or a new routine has any effect on my symptoms, my mood, my progress, and so on. It also helps me see links between things like my activity levels and sleep quality, and being able to document the journey helps me see connections that I wouldn't otherwise be able to see. The next tab of my wellness journal is a Streaks tab, and this is great especially for completionists. Being able to maintain a streak can be sort of like a game, but it's a good game if the habit is good and necessary. And once integrated, the habit starts feeling kind of like second nature, where having to maintain that streak isn't necessarily needed. There's also a recipe section in my wellness journal. I definitely need to get better about trying new foods, or really just integrating more foods into my usual rotation of what I eat. And there are 30 hyperlinked sections for recipes in this index section. What I like most about the recipes page is this quick overview here on the side where I can see the number of servings, the level of difficulty, or really just the amount of effort that is required to make the recipe, my review of it, and then a few important factors like whether it's vegetarian friendly, dairy free, low carb, gluten free, vegan, or FODMAP. And the time it takes to prepare, cook, temperatures, and the tools on hand that are needed. Lastly, the journal includes a note section which has 10 customizable note sections, so I can paste the note papers linked here behind any of these sections or any other templates or pages. The note papers included are your standard blank page, dot grid, lined, graph, Cornell, and notebook ruled styled. So if I need to add more to my journal through these note papers or note sections, I can. This journal has everything I need to document and progress throughout my journey to better wellness. It does include digital stickers that are, of course, related to fitness and wellness. They come in a pre-cropped GoodNotes sticker sheet, individual PNGs that can be used by any app, and a pre-made GoodNotes Elements collection. There are 5 bonus journal covers, so I can choose my favorite and use that to make the journal feel more mine and more personalized. With the Wellness Journal, there is a download library which allows me to go through different options of customizing the journal. For instance, I can choose whether I want the menstrual tracking, and I can take it a step further by selecting the tab colors I like as well. The Wellness Journal comes in pastels, jewel tones, black, and white tabs. And then I can download the sticker file type that I prefer, whether it's the GoodNote stickers, the GoodNote Elements, or the individual sticker files themselves. And then, of course, the covers. And that was the Digital Wellness Journal. Feeling healthy and prioritizing my health this year is really important to me, and the Wellness Journal is holding me accountable to that. And I love being able to physically write down and document that progress using my iPad and my Apple Pencil. It's very therapeutic. Let me know what you are prioritizing this year down in the comments below. I'll have the Wellness Journal linked in the description, but until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!